Hello, I am Marisha. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to join me. Grab your oxides and inks because we're about to create a very quick and easy card using an ink smushing technique. Let's go ahead and get started. First, I'm going to bring in a piece of cardstock. This is actually Nina Classic Solar White, 110 pound in weight. And I'm going to also bring in Distress Oxides, Mustard Seed, and Ripe Persimmon. Once I smush the oxide on my glass mat, I'm going to spritz the oxide with water. I'm then going to bring in a piece of acetate to lift the oxide off of my work surface, and then I'm going to apply it to the cardstock. This is known as the kissing or smushing method. And I am going to allow myself to pick up the colors and allow them to mix together. I'm then going to apply my heat tool just to allow the oxide to dry quickly. You also have the option to allow the oxide to air dry. On my next piece of cardstock, I brought in Distress Oxides, Rustic Wilderness, and Mowed Lawn. I'm basically repeating the first step that I used to create the first panel, and I'm going to spritz the oxide and use my acetate to lift and apply it to the cardstock. Using dies from scrapbook.com's Sunflower and Delicate Leaves die sets, I'm going to use them to die cut these panels. Once done, I used a piece of metallic gold cardstock to die cut the outer layers that I'm going to use to create these sunflowers. For the center of the sunflowers, I'm going to use a piece of brown cardstock from this Harvest paper pack from scrapbook.com. Keep this pack in mind because I'm going to show you something a little later in this tutorial. Using scrapbook.com's Artiste liquid adhesive, I'm going to add beads of glue to the gold cutouts, and then I'm going to adhere them to the sunflower. Can you believe that Thanksgiving is next month? I cannot believe it. This year has just went by so fast, so fast. But guess what? My Merry Craftsmas series is coming soon. I'm so excited to host that event here on YouTube, so stay tuned. To add dimension to my sunflowers, I decided to bring in scrapbook.com's foam squares. Love them. Once I'm done positioning them on the center of the sunflower, I'm then going to remove the release paper, and then I'm going to add the disc flower to the sunflower. The assembly of the sunflowers are complete. I love them. I love the look of the smushing technique using the oxides. Love it. Next, I'm going to do some stamping. So I brought in the Hopeful Verses stamp set from scrapbook.com. I love this stamp set. Love it. I selected the Be of Good Courage scripture and I inked it up and stamped it on this oval cutout. I applied some heat with my heat tool just to ensure that the ink was dry. This next step is optional, but I decided to bring in Distress Oxides tea dye in Hickory Smoke and apply just a little bit of the oxide around the edge of this sentiment oval cutout. I wanted to create almost like a distress look to this panel. Next, I'm going to apply Hickory Smoke, and then I'll just toggle back and forth between the brushes until I am happy with the blend. Next, I'm going to position and adhere the panel to a gold mat. And then from there, I brought in scrapbook.com's Berry Sweet pattern collection. This is actually one of my favorite pattern papers. And to know me is to know my love for pattern paper. I love pattern paper. So I selected this sheet right here and I cut it down to size using a rectangle die set, and I'm going to adhere the panel to my card base, which is an A2 standard size top folding card. Then I'm going to adhere my sentiment panel. And then finally, I'm going to position the sunflowers and the greenery on my card front. Once I'm happy with the placement, I'm going to use liquid adhesive and foam tape to adhere those elements to the card. I love how quick this card turned out. Very quick and easy. I am all about quick and easy cards. Now, every now and then, I will just create cards that have a lot of detail, but there's nothing like creating a very quick and easy card. For a final touch, I brought in Pink Fresh Studios gold half pearl embellishments, and I'm going to adhere a few to the center of the sunflowers. Once I add my final piece of greenery, this card is complete. And remember what I mentioned earlier in the video that I had something else I wanted to show you. If you do not want to use the kissing technique or smooshing technique, whatever you want to call it, you have the option to, as what I did, I brought in the Harvest Smooth cardstock from scrapbook.com and I die cut additional sunflowers and I created another card. This paper pack is perfect to create sunflower and fall cards. Here is what the card looked like that I created. And here you have another option to create this card, my friend. So if you don't want to color, ink smush, whatever it is to the cutouts, just cut out your elements from colored cardstock. Thank you for joining me on today. I appreciate you as always for stopping by. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Click the thumbs up button and the notification bell so you never miss out on new tutorials. Also, please feel free to check out my blog at thediaryofbellerose.com. I am sending you love and a whole lot of hugs. Until the next crafty project, please take care.